Founders Live. Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources and capital and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer, given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. The education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
Hello. Welcome to Founders Live Primetime. Luis, what's up? How are you?
How's it going, Nick? It's great to be here. I'm so excited for the Primetime Regionals to kick off. This is the best part of the day for me.
It is the best part. This is Founders Live Primetime 2022 is finally here. This happens once a year. This year we're doing an entire week, or maybe even just a jam-packed week full about celebration and all this. And hey, viewers, as we go about this, we would love for you to share, where are you watching from? Because we're going to put your comment on screen. We're going to show where everyone's watching from. Where are you joining in, supporting entrepreneurship? So excited. Hey, I'm Nick Hughes. I'm the founder and CEO of Founders Live. And joining me today is
Luis Santazana. Hello. I work with Nick almost every day, feels like. Even on the weekends, we are always doing stuff for Founders Live. So this is a big deal for us.
It is great. You know, and hey, through this process, we are going to bring on some special guests. We have one joining us that you will see very soon. And she will join us, talk a little bit about her experience as a city leader. And then we're going to review a few things, but we're going to get to this show, which is the pitch competition for the Latin America region of Founders Live. And we're so excited to just jump into this. Hey, we got Steve Case there watching from Seattle,
Yes.
Our hometown. Steve, thank you so much. So cool. Hey, this is Luis asking you, where are you watching from? So please drop a note in there. We would love it. Also, by the way, everyone, this is how we're going to take questions going in a bit of the future here. So we want to also hear your questions. If you want to ask one of the presenters during the question time, we take a few questions from the audience. We are looking for yours, so please just drop it in there. But you know what? So I'm going to flip through a few things here as we are, getting started here. And, Luis, so this is prime time. Here we are. And, we have a great lineup today of 5 startups, 5 founders from the Latin America, South America region. So cool. Yes, this is in English. And hey, I'm looking for the technology that allows all of us to speak our own language, but then we hear it in the language that we want to hear it in. We're not there yet. So we have to have a common language, and it is English. So we give a lot of credit to the people that you're going to see presenting tonight that are speaking maybe not their main language, and I give you all a lot of credit for that. But really excited. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna flip through some things. Hey, if this is new to you, if you've not heard of Founders Live, you are in for a treat. And this is the new Founders Live around inspiration, education, and entertainment. We have this global ecosystem, this global community and social network, along with these local events. And presenters here tonight have pitched at a Founders Live event sometime in the past, and we're excited. Those happen all over the world. We'll show you in a second, but we're building out as the modern homepage of the modern entrepreneur with connections. You got a lot of education and videos in there, articles, chats. We've got a lot going on, and this week, primetime week, is just full of that. And then we have our monthly events. Our monthly events happen frequently in cities around the world, whether it's Buenos Aires, Argentina, Guadalajara, Mexico City, Bogota, Colombia, and many more. Montevideo in Uruguay, we're launching very soon. So we're really excited about a lot of what's happening in especially Latin America region. And as we become the industry defining brand around entrepreneurship, that is our goal. I started this in Seattle. So Founders Live started about 8.5, almost 9 years ago in Seattle. And Luis, we're still expanding around the world, all of these cities. And you know what? That map, speak to that map real quick, Luis.
My gosh, it's so cool to see the expansion around the world. We have been adding cities in the past few weeks. We've added so many new cities, and it's just continuing to grow as people get a taste of this online and in person. They realize they can have it in their city, and they know there's a hunger for this kind of thing wherever there's founders, and that's basically everywhere. So some places grow a little faster and have more frequent events, some less frequent, but everybody's got a community that needs to come together, and the formula that we do works. So it's so fun to see everybody catch on and take that torch to where they live and bring it to their own community.
I wanted to speak on, so Founders Live is broken up into 5 regions in the sense that, you'll see throughout the week here in prime time, we have these regions. This is the LATAM region. And, you look at that pretty much down south in America. And we have North America there. We've got the APAC region. That's all of that Asia Pacific. We have Africa region, and then we have the Europe region. And these are all still expanding. You did see a lot of dots there, but there's a lot of cities that we still are looking to. But we're excited to announce that Rosario in Argentina, we will be launching very soon. We almost had an event last week. It just, timing wise, scheduling wise, did not really get in motion. So you will see Rosario very soon. New event there in that new city as our 94th, because we have a few more cities from there, but so excited. And hey, I'm excited to announce, maybe this is a good time to talk about it, but I will be making a Latin American trip early next year. I will be starting in Argentina. I do plan on going to Rosario as well as Buenos Aires, as well as a number of different countries. Pretty much the kind of first half of 2023, I will be touring down in South America. So you all, let me know if you're interested in visiting with me as well, whatever city you're in as well. But I will publish that very soon. And in terms of that tour, it'll probably be end of February and then into probably end of June or July. So Luis, it's a long trip, but I'm so excited to go back to Argentina, visit Uruguay, visit Brazil, Chile, go up into Colombia, up into Mexico as well.
Yeah, how's your Spanish?
Un poquito. I know I should be learning, but I will be. But hey, if you want to launch a Founders Live City, reach out to us on our website. You will see it's founderslive.com/expand. If you want to lead a city, if you want to open a city, we're so excited to continue to expand through Founders Live. So please reach out and let us know. And hey, if you want to pitch at a Founders Live event, that's also a link on our website. You can open up a form, you can plug in your name and information, and you just find the city that you are closest to that you want to pitch in, and we will receive that, and we will forward that to the local team, and we will get you connected to pitch at a city event up and coming very soon. What's really important, obviously, with our core values and everything that we do with Founders Live is these 5 following things. We love to talk about them because they are the core aspect of our ecosystem and our community. First one is what we say is respectful authenticity. This really means that we include everyone. We ask you to be your authentic self, but the flip side of that is to respect others in their authentic self. And then really that's the heart of inclusion. And we believe everyone has an equal opportunity for success and to be included in here. So we ask you to respect that and embrace that core value. The second one is really around gathering around the campfire. Hey, if you think about like back way back in our history, our ancestors gathered around fires, they told stories, they entertained. So we ask you to embrace finding your campfire, your community, and tell stories to entertain people of the future that you want to build. The third one is open the door. Do great things for people without expecting a return. Make that introduction. Connect someone, help someone, lead them to a new just opportunity or connection. That's what we're doing here with Founders Live, and we ask you to do that as well. That's the community that we want to live in. Hey, the fourth one is business equals fun. Hey, we believe have fun while you're doing business. Look at that. Thank you, Alejandra. And we really we just ask you to find the fun in business, because that's just what the world, in my opinion, should be about. Have fun at the same time you grow and build your business. The last one is really around climate consciousness. This is a absolutely, I was going to use a wrong word there, but I think it's just an absolute glaring issue in our world. And we ask you to decide to take part in the solution in committing and operating business in a climate conscious manner, measuring and lessening your footprint where possible. This is how change happens. And the world needs you and I and everyone to really be conscious of what we're doing now on a daily and yearly basis, especially when you operate our business. So with those, Luis, real quick before we move on, which one's hitting you today?
Nick, today it is business equals fun. I was going to say gathering around the campfire because we are definitely in the thick of telling stories, but this is just too much fun all day, all the sessions, not just the competition, but we had some killer talks earlier today with an academy session mixed in there, and we got even more coming for the week. So I don't know, the whole thing makes it fun. It's just such a good thing to be involved with. So business equals fun is where I am.
Awesome. Well, that's what I like to hear. All right. Well, we have a special guest today. We're going to take down those slides and we're going to bring on Adriana.
Hey, hola.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Very nice to see you. Very excited about the event starting now. A little bit sick, but I'm super good.
You're hanging in there. Well, Adriana, it is so good to see you. And, we're just going to spend a few minutes. Want to talk about, not only, prime time here, you've actually helped and hosted with before in the Latin America events. You've also been leading Founders Live in Guadalajara. And we came out of the pandemic, and, I know it's like, it's been a bit difficult at times, and we've experienced that here as well around the world. But first and foremost, introduce yourself. You're in Mexico. So just say hi and introduce yourself. And, when did you, or just how long have you been with Founders Live, and just a little bit of intro there?
Okay. Hi, I'm in Guadalajara, Mexico. And we're close to tequila, so this is where tequila is made. So yeah, if everyone wants to come, just give me a call. I was started in Founders Live. I think it was 2020, or yeah, I think it was 2020. So yeah, as you said, the pandemic started. So for me, it was like, oh, it was like a little bit sad, because we couldn't have like this presential events. But later, the first event that I had was very very nice, because like, to see the magic happening, that people getting together, as you said, like, talking about business or talking about other stuff, or really giving some advice to others. So it was very nice to see that cool environment. And here in Guadalajara, we have a very very nice community of entrepreneurs. So for us, like, this kind of places are like our safe place. So it's very nice to host those events. We're having a new one. We're having gonna start it now. I'm gonna announce it now on the 24th. So for me, it's very very nice to maybe it will be the last event of the year. So yeah, it's pretty excited when you're planning all this stuff and then getting the people, the startups. I get to look for the location, for the people that are hosting, or maybe giving a talk, or playing some music. So it's very nice experience to be a city leader here in Founders Life.
Good. Yeah. Luis, if you have a burning question, ask her. If not, I've got a few more, but I want to make sure that you have a chance to ask Adriana some questions.
Thanks. Adriana, you did an event in, was it May or June this year? Kind of in combination with another group or another bigger day. Is that correct?
Yeah, we had a combination with Fuck Up Nights.
Yeah.
That it's
Yes.
also, I don't know if you know this.
We have one in our city.
Ah, very nice, very
Yeah,
nice.
but it started in Mexico.
Oh yes, yeah. The Mexico City is the biggest one,
Yeah.
and they have a lot of around the world. And with Ciudad Creativa Digital, that is a foundation here in Guadalajara that it's helping creative people, like illustrators or movie makers, to help them to grow, in this business part. So we made an event only creative business or startups. So we had like movie makers,
Yeah.
marketing, so it was very nice experience, because sometimes the creative people, they don't get to know like how to pitch, how to make like a good pitch, or how to get the people's attention like fast, as we do in
Yeah.
9 seconds. So it
Yeah.
was very nice for us to give this kind of knowledge to them.
Yeah, I caught up with that because a lot of people were sharing on Instagram stories and other social posts, and it was really cool to watch it from a distance and see the enthusiasm of everybody in the pitches, and just imagine what it was like there. So that looked like a great setting to have a really good event. And I love when multiple communities come together. That's even more fun. So great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, as we roll into these, the competition and the pitches here, what advice, real quick, what advice would you have, as you've been around long enough with Founders Live? You notice some things, but just from a city leader to even founders that are even thinking about pitching, what quick thoughts do you have for them, encouraging them maybe to pitch, or as they're preparing for the pitch, what would you suggest that they think about?
Well, for me, like I've seen, there are a lot of startups that come to Funders Live and they are already pitching other competitions, so it's easy for them. So you can see really that they know the startup, they know the main topics of their business. So I would say try and do it, because sometimes they don't try, or they don't subscribe to, I don't know, contests or Founders Live, even because they think they don't have the I don't know, a good startup or a good pitch. So I would say try it. Maybe say tell it to your friends as well. Like you can gather maybe two or three friends, and and try to do it in front of them. So when you come to Founders Live or other competition, you're kind of ready and you are confident about those 99 seconds, because everyone knows. I mean, the people that knows the most is you. So you know the topic, you know your startup, your business, your clients, your core business, everything. So you know it. So just practice it.
That's
Perfect.
perfect advice.
We can see here, Carlos Salinas. He won in Guadalajara. Hi, Carlos.
Yep, so great. And we're going to hear from Carlos very soon. But okay, this is great. Well, last thing I want to say is, as I described, I will be, this is a very long overdue trip. And as you remember, and yeah, I think it was you, but I was scheduled to. I literally had an Airbnb down in Mexico, and I was gonna Mexico City, and then I was gonna visit Guadalajara. And actually, that's right when the pandemic hit.
Yeah, remember.
Okay? And so if COVID never happened, I was doing a world tour, traveling Founders Live cities. And I literally was just gonna. I traveled for 14 months straight, and did come back to Seattle for a very a few days or a week or whatever, but then went back on the road very quickly. And like that March, and actually April was going to be Mexico. And that's when it happened, right? And so this is about 2+ almost 3 years delayed. It's time to go down into South America. I'm excited to make the trip. Still, some of the details are coming together, but you will know, and we will then make sure, and we'll get a big event going down there, not only in Guadalajara, but in many other cities there in South America, in the LATAM region. But I'm really excited to go to Guadalajara.
Yeah, it will be very nice. It will be very nice to see you, and to also like have your spirit, like this kind of encourage that you give us, like in every call that we have. So it will be very nice to have you here and give me a call, and of course we can meet and have a very nice event.
It'll be great. Okay, so Adriana, we're gonna pull you off, but we'll pull you back on for the questions with each presenter and some fun things. So thank you for hanging with us, and we will see you again very soon.
Okay, ciao.
Okay, so great. Oh, so great. All right, Luis. So
Yeah.
as we get into this, everyone, look, prime time. Crazy enough, Founders Live Primetime started as actually just these individual pitch competitions. We've now wrapped it into a full week of some various engagements, talks, fun hangouts, which after this, everyone, there's time to go hang out in the bubble, which we'll talk about, but that's when we can all see each other and chat and have a good time. But hey, this is the first of 5 pitch competitions that happened this week. The ultimate winner. So to be clear, there will be one from Latin America, one from Africa, Europe, 2 from North America, 1 from the challengers. That results in 5 people that will be the finalists for the global finals that happen on Saturday. The ultimate winner of that event will win $10,000 USD. We're really excited about that. We've got great partners that we appreciate that have helped with that winner's prize, which we'll talk about right in a second. But so excited. Luis, what do you think about this week?
I love it. The culmination of a whole year of winning. I don't know if people realize how deep this goes. We have city winners, founders that compete at their city level, and they win in their cities, and they're eligible to be voted up into primetime qualifications. We go through a sorting process. We do a whole thing that results in 5 people per region. And then this year we introduced the Challengers region, which we'll go into later, but it's a whole new play-in tournament. So we have tournaments on tournaments that results in a tournament. And this is the end of it all. It is the final 20. Is that right? Am I doing the right math? The final 20 founders who are competing against each other to be that final 5 and win that grand prize. It's just awesome if you love this kind of thing like I do.
Yep. And we couldn't do it without our partners. Yes, we are blatantly straightforward to say that if there was not these companies, what we call our primetime partners, our Founders Live partners, this couldn't happen. So we want to thank Spaces. We want to thank Fast CTO. Earlier today, we talked with Igor from Fast CTO. Man, that was such a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, everyone, there will be resulting videos from these talks that you can find later. But, we talked about bootstrapping versus raising money. And Igor just laid down a ton of great information about thinking about how to do that, how to go about that. So we so appreciate that. Radial Development Group, we're going to hear from them in a second. But then early growth, we thank them for not only their partnership, but when you're on the bubble, there's actually a dedicated room from early growth that you can find more information on them. Rob, who is their contact there, you can actually book a time if you're interested in learning more about what they offer. And then we get to Zendesk. Zendesk, everyone, and hey, the winner that comes out of this competition, Zendesk was one of our main partners that put in the majority of this winning prize of $10,000. So we thank Zendesk so much for their support of early stage entrepreneurship. We thank them so much. Fast CTO also was a winning prize sponsor. So those two companies are the great partners that stepped up and said, hey, we will support these winners. Story Fruition, that's Melissa Reeves, and any of the preparation tools for the pitching companies. When they go through and they learn how to craft their pitch, Story Fruition and Melissa is right there. Code Launch, we thank them so much for just their support of startups around the United States. And they put on a number of different, they're actually competitions in themselves as well, but the winners get actually a working app built for them. And so that's kind of their angle of the competitions they put on. And we're great partners of theirs. And then Now CFO, they do a lot of, kind of like, on demand or identified financial services and CFO services for startups. They're a tremendous partner of ours. And so we thank them so much. Want to give a round of applause for all of these partners. Luis, showtime.
Time to go. Let's get it on here.
So this is the list of, we have 5 great startups founders that are pitching tonight. These are not in the direct order that you're actually going to see them in. So we apologize for that, but we have 5 awesome startups founders from a few different countries there in Latin America. And we're so excited. So each one is going to come up and they're going to have 99 seconds. That's a minute 39 to deliver their pitch. There will be roughly 4 minutes of questions from you, the audience. All right. And we will review how you do that, but we will ask questions, but also we're going to take your questions. So just as these comments are right there on screen, you can type right in that chat a quick question for that founder, and we're going to put that on screen, and that's how we're going to take questions. And we'll spend 4 minutes of questions from either us on stage here or you in the audience. We're then going to cycle through all of the 5, and then we're going to vote at the end. We're all going to take an opportunity to pick the one that we wanted. Hey, founders, you're sitting right here. You can vote for yourself, of course. So don't worry about that. Feel free to do that. And then we will have one that comes out and on top that will go on to the finals. So as we move through this is how we're going to vote, everyone. It's a QR code. You can scan it. There's also a link that we will drop in at that time as well. So if you're not able to scan a QR code, you cannot actually type that link in, but that is the voting mechanism. It takes you right to the form to vote. And that's how we will vote. We'll spend probably 5, at least 7 minutes. We will spend some time in the voting period. So don't worry if we skip there. But then you as the audience, we want you to participate. The beauty of Founders Live is actually you all are encouraged to ask questions, comment. Look at this. Look at the comments here. We've got DENDRO. I'm not going to go through them all, but this is great. So, this is what we want. We want your questions. That's there. Get your questions for each founder ready, because that's how we do this. All right. And so, you'll see in the chat on these the sidebar of YouTube, you might be watching on LinkedIn, but wherever that chat is, that's where we want you to type those questions in. All right, so we are ready. Okay, so our first presenter comes from the country of Mexico. We have Carlos, we've got Dooper, and we are going to load up Carlos here. And as we get going with Carlos, with Dooper, and we're going to get him on screen here. And Dooper generate an extra income selling products from the best local brand. So excited here. And Carlos, how are you doing today?
Yeah, doing well. Thank you, team, for the opportunity to present to you. I'm really excited.
Absolutely. This is awesome. And we're excited to have you here. We're going to pull you up there. And so Carlos, you on when we're ready here, you will have 99 seconds to pitch. We will drop off the screen. You can go ahead and run through that, and then we will jump back on when your time is up, and then we'll just start taking some questions. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds perfect for me.
Awesome. All right, Luis, I'm dropping you off.
Okay. Good luck.
Good luck. Okay. Carlos, whenever you are ready, go ahead.
Okay. This is my story. When I was 11, my mother had to sell her engagement ring and her favorite earrings to pay my end of the year trip from elementary school. Like every child, I didn't understand what was happening. I only saw that gaze of a mother worried about the future, doing something with all the love in the world for her son. The problem that we are addressing is the lack of access to source of extra income, not only in Latin America, but all over the world. So what's Dooper? Dooper is the coolest source of extra income in Latin America. It's a community embedded in a marketplace where people access to extra money by selling products from local brands, earning by commission. Some special thing in Dooper is not investment needed for the users and no logistics, like in the drop shipping model. People find the coolest products in the market and that really match with lifestyle. People get all the necessary to start to sell for free, like training, samples, and more. People really find a community, and sometimes a family. Dooper means progress for people in Latin America in the future for all the planet. Thank you.
Awesome. Nice job. Got it in a little bit early. Way to go. Let's look at the comments for questions from the audience. We got a lot of cheering for Dooper. Adriana, you got a question to ask.
Yeah. I want to ask you, what kind of products can we sell in Dooper?
Yeah, actually, we call like easy to buy, easy to sell physical products at the moment, like for retails, like skincares, like socks, like really regular stuff, like superfood, proteins, and like the basics one that you have in your house, in your house already. That's a really simple thing at the moment, but in the future we are really addressing to get more like the wholesale model, maybe pre-sales of apartments or houses,
Okay.
and insurtechs and more, because our goal is about giving the people a really cool source of income that really match with the lifestyle. If you are a really agent or whatever, you need to access in Dooper to really sell something that really match with your soul, right?
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. I've got a question for you. So, do you have like any what's your secret weapon? Do you have great relationships with providers? Do you have an awesome delivery model? Great technology? What do you think is your biggest strength?
Actually, one of the biggest companies in the catalog sales call us like 3 months ago, and they said that the same question, and our response is about our community. or the way we are thinking about network effects, how the people really engage with others, how the people train each other, how the people really find a family inside the platform. This is a really important thing. And yes, technology and big data is obviously a really good tool in Dooper, like getting more data about the market and more. But our community at the moment is our weapon, right? How we structure our mind in order to really give to our users a really useful tool, right?
Yeah. Well, that's a really good answer. Here we go next from Gene Boyer, one of our community members. Hi, Gene. How is this product proprietary? That may be similar to what we were just talking about, but can you go
Yeah.
in depth on that?
Um,
Like,
the,
can anybody else copy this, or like, is it, is it still like down to those community relationships you're establishing?
actually, it's easy. The propriety of the products is on the brands. Brands really own all the products. Is like the warehouse depends on the company, on the SME. And yeah, it's really simple.
Cool. Next, also from Gene on LinkedIn, how much is your customer acquisition cost?
Now it's confidential, but for you it's a good tip. But yeah, it's around $5, three
Yeah.
and a half. Yeah, it's really low actually.
Adriana, want to go next?
Yeah, I have a question. Like, if I sell my product in your page, in your platform, would you be able to do all the logistics, or do I have to do it?
No, actually, the local brand is a person who is on chart of like the logistics.
Okay.
People don't need to touch any product, and Duper is the same. It's like a drop shipping model. Like I'm gonna raise an order. I'm gonna ask for an order in the platform, and the SMEs send directly to the final customer.
Okay. So I do it as
As a local brand, as a SMEs, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, let's hear it for Dooper. Thank you so much. Good job.
Good
Good,
job. It was very nice.
good job. All right. And as we keep going here, Luis, we are marching through second company to pitch now from Buenos Aires, Argentina. We have holders. I'm hoping I'm saying that right with a silent J. Platform that integrates all the businesses and networking functions necessary to expand your network of contacts. It manages securities, tokenization, and digitation services for small and medium companies to obtain liquidity. And we are excited to now have holders on there. And just want to make sure. I believe it's Tatiana. Yes.
Yes, hi.
All
Good.
right. Okay. How are you doing today?
I'm really excited to give this presentation. I don't know. I wanted to do it right now.
Well, good. That's the energy.
Here's your
Like,
shot.
Yeah,
here's your
I'm really enthusiastic.
All right. Okay. So, Luis, I'm dropping you off. And Tatiana, you have 1 minute 39. So that's 99 seconds. Whenever you are ready, go ahead.
Well, a little question before starting. Do you know how many startups have to close their doors even before starting because of the lack of capital? Small and medium companies right now are the engine of the global economy. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, they have to afford sales reduction, also the lack of liquidity, and also the lack of partners, and even closing the doors. That's why we start to rethink and reanalyze the traditional ways of business and also getting finance by. And that's where holders came through. We create a safe space where investors and startups can find their ideal match. It's a place where both sides are verified, where investing is for all. We bring the opportunities, we democratize investing. Also, we take advantage of the power of blockchain and validation and tokenization because we are making clear operations and we reduce unnecessary costs that traditional business tracks. And how does it work? Let's put the example of Paul. Paul needs to expand his own startup. He goes to the traditional bank and wants to apply for a loan, but because of the bureaucracy, he understands that he's not able to get it, and that's why his business gets stuck. With holders, Paul is able to sign in his company, tokenize them, but goes under validation too, and then he turns his company into multiple NFTs, and it makes it able to sell it to different investors. Also, Paul can we have an own metaverse that Paul can show his own expansion, and we also create a space where you can make your own.
Okay. Well, great job. Great job. You got it. And hey, that's the timing. But we want to make sure that there's any questions, then we want to pop them on the screen. We want to make sure that you have an opportunity. We're going to bring on Adriana again here. Let's get Adriana on the screen. All right. So, Tatiana, can you walk through a little bit more detail on the business model? We do have a question around that. So understanding a little more of the business model. And this clearly is would this be in the direction, would you say you are a Web3 company, really looking at tokenization and decentralization? So maybe answer all of that in that direction.
Yes. Well, the main idea of holders is creating the platform where investors and startups can communicate. The way that holders will earn the money is giving the platform, and the startups that want to join that platform in order to get investors, they are going to pay a registration fee at the beginning. It's only a one-time payment, and otherwise they are going to pay a monthly fee. That's in order to get the documentation, get the tokenization, and holders will provide them with all the platform, the tokenization. Also security is really important when we talk about blockchain and also tokenization. That's why holders is going to provide them with all the security so the startup it's only like the only thing that they have to take care of is making networks, talking with investors, and show what they do. That's why we have the metaverse. That is a really important place because it's like holders' own place that they only develop it to make like the fashion events, and they also like to communicate between investors and also with startups.
Okay, perfect. Rosario now is asking, why do you use blockchain?
Well, as I said before, we are trying to change the traditional business. And we think that blockchain is a tool that is already developed, and it's a tool that allows us to reduce costs that traditional business has, and also save a lot of time because we are using an already developed structure that is safe and we know how does it work.
Okay, very interesting.
Yes, this is interesting. And so Luis has one. Awareness of tokenization is very low right now and is a limiting factor in holders, or is it a limiting factor, or do you have connections to an existing community that facilitates finding customers? So maybe to say it a different way is, is there a community that you're able to connect with that naturally is working in the tokenization, crypto, Web3 world right now, or are you kind of starting from scratch?
We are starting from scratch, but we have a team that is really specialized in blockchain. So our main idea is to make our website or our platform really user-friendly. We are going to like to not teach, but we are going to guide our clients through the experience of learning how tokenization works, but always like really like having specialists behind. We are not allowing them to, like, we throw them into tokenization and they have to manage themselves. We are going to join them during the whole process of learning how to use and how does it work. But it always, like, we are always taking care of that. We are not allowing them to go it through alone.
Very good. We have another, this is a city leader from Houston in the United States. Oleg, thank you for asking, how are you going to deal with regulators? And what is your view on just the regulation? Obviously, even recently, there's been a lot of challenges in the crypto world, and I don't know if this is fully that, but how do you approach dealing with regulators, especially when we're talking about this is fundamental to business and then investment and all of that stuff, which what I would say, I like the direction of this idea, but how do you imagine dealing with some of the regulators that are still working on this industry, trying to make sure that it moves forward appropriately?
Well, I know the legal stuff. It's really important when we talk about something as new as crypto, and we are adjusting our business to the Spanish and the European Union law. We are growing as they are modifying the law, and we are, for example, now we are basing our system in the recently approved MICA law. So we are going to get up to date with the law and all the regulations that appears, because we believe it's really important to be we okay with the law and don't have any kind of issues.
Perfect. We're going to take one last question. And I'm reading this is on the bubble that we are also hosting Primetime in, and we're streaming this. So everyone, if you're watching, there you are in there. Gildo asks, what's the added value on incorporating blockchain to mitigate startups' early deaths? Do you understand what that question might be asking, or do you want me to ask it in a different way?
Maybe, yes, I understand. Blockchain allows to democratize investments. You can, with blockchain allows, you don't have to have a big capital in order to invest in a startup, because many investors may be like short investors or not the big ones that makes a huge investments in companies. So with blockchain, it allows you to divide your company in little pieces, and you as a small investor, or maybe a normal person that wants to invest his money or her money, with blockchain you can buy little pieces of different startups and make your own portfolio, and not having to invest huge amount of money that sometimes it's not possible, and you have the intention to invest the money.
Yeah, there's a lot there, and unfortunately we don't have more time. I mean, we could sit here and talk for 20 minutes on this, but thank you so much. Great job. And that's holders, everyone from Argentina.
Yeah, nice job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we will move on to the next one. All right, Luis, we're back here. Okay,
that was fun.
This is great. We're seeing some great startups here. So, all right, the next presenter, also from Argentina, from Buenos Aires, Argentina, we have DENDRO. DENDRO is a comprehensive environmental management SaaS platform that measures, manages, reports, and offsets company emissions. So great. Here we go. We have Josefina, and I believe she is ready. We're getting her on. Josefina, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. Glad to be here.
Yes.
Having us.
Luis, any parting words for her?
Just good luck. You're ready. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. All right. So, Luis, we're dropping you down. And then you have 99 seconds. We will jump back on when they are done, but you can start whenever you're ready.
Thanks. Well, DENDRO is a Latin American solution for data-driven sustainability. It was founded by our dream team, Pilar, who's an economist, Natalia, who's an environmental engineer, and me, Josefina, a data analytics master. Together, we decided to face the overwhelming reality that the transition towards sustainability is unavoidable. PwC asked Latin American CEOs about their strategy on this topic. More than half haven't set their mitigation objectives because they don't have the capacity to calculate their environmental KPIs. How can they know where to aim for if they don't know where they are now? Meet John. His company has received word from headquarters that they need to define their environmental strategy. He will be responsible for collecting the necessary data from all these areas. A nightmare. Just collecting the raw data will take him 60% of his time. Here is where DENDRO comes to save his day, making data collection and data processing easier for John. Our product searches for the relevant information within John's system, organizes and transforms it into usable KPIs, and finally, it summarizes all tracking in a live dashboard to make decisions and strategy faster and cheaper. Here's an example of our MVP that will be available in January 2023. We have the potential to target a market of almost $100 million with an estimated compound annual growth of 24%. And on our environmental level, we could be managing the equivalent in CO2 compensation of a forest the size of the UK. The transition to sustainability is happening. Let's accelerate it with DENDRO. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Nice job.
Very nice.
Thank
Adriana,
you.
how about you take it from here?
Well, I was paying attention to all the numbers. For me, it was like, oh, okay, that's very nice. Thank you for having tonight this very nice speech. How can I have a question, like a very small question, before we go to the comments? If you have any other questions, please put it in the chart. Like, which is your target customer? Like small companies or medium-sized companies?
For the time being, we're focusing on medium-sized companies that are service providers because they're just starting in their path towards sustainability. They're mainly companies that have relationships with European clients, and those countries are the ones that have more regulations. And as being a provider, they see more value in measuring and estimating their environmental impact. But we consider manufacturing companies as well, but they're more mature in terms of environmental readiness, and we'll be able to include them in 2024 once our development catches up with them. So,
okay, perfect.
Josefina, we have a question from the Bubble community. Bettina Alonso wonders, how does DENDRO monetize?
well, we have an annual licenses business model. So we sell the access to our platforms. We plan to give each client a different features, like differentiating by their environmental readiness and their technological readiness. And depending on that, the licenses have different prices. And the idea is that they are paid in quarterly basis.
Okay.
Very nice. I have another question. How can when will be able, like a company, to buy your product? When it's gonna be out of in the market?
Well, we already have 2 clients that will start using our platform, our MVP, on January 2023. And as we keep growing and adding more features, hopefully we'll get many more. But January is our goal.
Perfect. Very nice. There's a Bubble question. Are you raising money right now?
We are entertaining some angel investors and some venture capitalists right now. So if you're interested, please contact us.
Yeah, the follow-up for that from Bubble is, what is the minimum ticket?
We're discussing it, so it depends.
Sure.
Oh, this is great. You know, we get one more. Oh, where can I find the app? Where can I find more information on DENDRO? Yeah, feel free to share with everyone where they can find more information.
Well, LinkedIn for the time being is our main place where we post and give information to our future users. And in the next 2 weeks, we'll have our own page going so everybody can see what we are and what we sell. So
Great.
we'll keep you posted there.
Well, good job. And, this, when you think about, managing reports, the offsets for the company emissions, we need this, you heard one of our core values, and, it's time now to continually build this infrastructure so that we know what's going on and we can reverse what's going on.
Totally. And the time is now. So we're ready to take on the challenge.
All right.
Doing good
DENDRO,
work.
Josefina, great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Time is now. Time is now. And it is now time for our fourth presenter. Speaking of those sort of things, our next presenter here, and we're going to remove you both here. We're going to drop you down. Our next presenter is Satellites on Fire. This is wow. We didn't even plan that transition, but they are early alert and detection of wildfires and lightnings in real time. This is also amazing. So we have Ulysses here. Ulysses, make sure that you share your screen there so we can pop those slides right on the screen.
I'm sharing it right now.
All right. Okay, so everyone, we can see those. There they are. All right.
Excellent.
Ulysses, how are you doing today?
Very fine. Very happy to be here. A long day, studying a lot and doing lots of things in the project. But, well, it's time finally to present what we do.
Well, very good. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, you know the drill. You've got 99 seconds whenever you're ready, and I'm dropping off.
In July 2020, we've seen family friends lose their houses due to wildfires which happened in Córdoba, Argentina. And $30,000 are lost per hectare burned due to wildfires. And not only that, but also it can take up to 20 years for an area to recover and be productive again after these events. So Satellites on Fire is a real-time detection, wildfire and lightning detection system which uses 4 of the best satellites available in Latin America, overcoming NASA's detection, which is the most widely used. Our vision is to detect any wildfire with a maximum delay of 10 seconds in order to reduce biodiversity loss and reduce climate change. Our business model is a freemium B2B software as a service in which we provide a monthly and annual subscription to our alert system. Our main clients are forestry companies and fire stations, and we like to highlight that none of our clients have had unsubscribed from our system after hiring it. Our main metrics are monthly revenue and daily active users, but also, and very importantly, the monitored territory, which is 150 million hectares right now. That's 5 times the surface of the province of Buenos Aires in Argentina. We are a team of 4 founders who started all this when we were 16 years old, and we also have a strategic advisor who has founded an environmental venture capital. We are currently accelerated by the Spark Lab and CITES Impulsa, and can be declared of scientific and technological interest by the legislature of Buenos Aires. Thank you very much, and hope you vote us.
Well, great job there. Okay, here we go. And we got questions here. Questions. We're gonna bring on Luis as well. Ulysses, my first one is around, can you talk a little bit more about, if there is detection technology, or like walk us through a little bit more of how this detection is happening? Very interested.
Well, what we do is we use public satellites. We download their images in real time, and we process them using algorithms in the cloud in real time. And every 10 minutes, we alert our clients if they have a wildfire in their area. So if they have a wildfire, they can go early and attack it. Because wildfires, when time passes since the beginning of a wildfire, it grows a lot and it's very difficult to attack. So if you detect it in real time, you can save lots of land. You can avoid disaster. You can produce less carbon dioxide and save the earth too. So that's our main goal. Who's our competition? That's very interesting because in the presentation I mentioned the NASA. NASA has its own detection system, but indeed it only uses low Earth orbit satellites. We both combine low Earth orbit and geostationary, which are satellites that always point to the same part of the Earth. That it's great. It has lower resolution, but you can find wildfires quicker because we have more pictures of those sites in time. I don't know if I explained it well.
That's good. No, that's good.
Okay.
Luis, why don't we have a question there in the bubble, and then Adriana, get prepared for your question, a question if you want to follow up.
Yes.
All right. From Bubble, Bettina Alonso is wondering, how many clients do you have? I know you had a little graph up there, but what's
well, about our clients, we have like 70 firefighters in Argentina. We are closing an agreement with an organization of firefighters, and our application is going to be used in all Argentina. And we also have businesses, and we are talking with insurance companies that I couldn't come up with the word to implement the application because they are very interested in order to save lands.
Okay, very interesting. I had a question, but actually, also Jean had it as well. How do you have the access to the satellites? Are you charged for your usage?
The satellites we are using right now are public access, and we use an algorithm we have developed over that images. But in the future, we are planning to incorporate more images from private sources in order to improve our detection. And also, we are researching on better ways of detecting wildfires, complementing satellite technology, because it's a very new technology and it requires some years to get developed in order to have a picture of Earth in real time all the day. So we are also researching in detecting wildfires with cameras and with smoke and air pollution detection.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a lot that are coming down the line here, but Guido on the bubble as well. First things first, I admire what you're doing. Thanks for doing so. And question is, how do you plan to manage the university studies with running the company? Maybe talk more about that.
That's an excellent question, because we started all this when we were 16 and now we are 19. We are studying doing the university. It's tough, I have to admit. It's tough because tomorrow and the next day I have exams, and like I'm studying and developing at the same time with two hands and sleeping very small times a day. But we do it like, as we love our project, we do it a lot of time, and there are two people in our project that want to develop to the project full time, or at least reduce, because here in Argentina, university is a bit more flexible. So because we don't live in universities and all the things that happen in North America, so like you can slow down your studies and do the project at the same time if you want.
Look, let me just tell you something, that when I was the age of 16, I wasn't thinking about this. And I, even at 19, how serious you are, and you've got a company, you got a project.
It's because it's our planet, it's our future. We want to do something that really helps our society, because if there's no future, who's going to live after us? Our kids, we are going to leave everything burned and smoke and a horrible world if we don't do this.
That's the perfect answer. If there is a perfect answer, that's it, right? So thank you so much, and congratulations to your team.
Thanks for giving us this space, and because and we are very happy to share what we do.
Awesome. Well, hey everyone, there's all these questions, right? And this is why when we're done with all of this, we're going to drop a link. Let's all go in. There's a space that we can kind of hang out. You can turn on your camera. We can talk and we can ask more questions, and we can get to know each other. So I know that there's questions flowing here, but we got to move on. That's the time for satellites. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Nice work.
Yeah, good job. All right. Well, we are, let's see, we are coming to our last presenter, Luis.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Here we go. I'm eager to hear this one. I like the description.
All right. We have Violetta. is a platform that helps you identify your violent relationships through a chatbot, and in case of need, connects you to professional help. We have Sasha here. So excited, Sasha. Make sure that you are sharing that screen so we can get you on there quickly, and we'll pop that on. But as we get going here, wow. Our final presenter from Bogota, Colombia, another great city in another great country. All right. Sasha's
No,
sharing.
sorry, it's Violetta is from Mexico City. Just
Whoa. We're going to change that one real
Gotta
quick.
fix that.
That's a typo. We apologize for that.
don't worry.
Hey, the beauty
There
of
we go.
technology, everyone.
Fix it in real
Perfect.
time. Run it live.
Another great
One
city,
second.
another great country. All right, so we are getting those the screen is popping up here. She's sharing that. We're getting that going. And for everyone, as I said before, we are at the end here. We will be, after all of this, we will be just anyone that wants to come hang out and chat, because we're all not able to really see each other and chat here except the presenters. So we'll go into Bubble. We'll share that. It's a quick and easy click, and we'll go there. So, all right. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, Luis, I'm dropping you down. Sasha, you know the drill. You have 99 seconds. Go ahead.
Do you want to know an uncomfortable truth? Gender violence occurs in the most intimate relationships. 1 out of every 3 women and 1 out of every 4 men experience violence in the relationship. But there's a lot of shame around this. How would you feel about talking about it? That's why we created Violetta, your digital confidant, a safe space to help you create violence-free relationships. The first AI platform designed to prevent violence, powered by more than 70,000 users' data. A WhatsApp platform where you can chat, call, explore, and ask everything related to your uncomfortable situations. Why we use WhatsApp? Because there is a 95% of WhatsApp usage in Latin America. Violetta is a tech NGO with 2 sustainable models, one B2B and one B2C. Violetta is different from everything else that exists in the market because it is an automatized platform where professional validated content is delivered in real time at any moment, at any point. It is an empathic platform. People can go and chat about what they're feeling and have a safe space to be completely honest on what they're feeling and get good advices. And of course, the data analysis. We're measuring the important stuff because we know that we cannot fix what we cannot measure. We are on the mission of transforming 1 million relationships into healthier relationships. We all know someone that should talk to Violetta. Give them a chance to build a healthier relationship. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was awesome. Nicely done. Yes, get your questions ready. We're watching in Bubble. We're watching on YouTube and on LinkedIn. Wow, Adriana, did anything come to mind super quickly for you?
Yeah, I was going through it. I think like this is very important. The mental health right now is very important in every aspect, professionally, when you're at work, at your family. So yeah, very nice. And thank you for making this kind of propose to us. I have a question. Is this, who's your target? Are you selling this to companies or directly to the customer?
Yes, of course. So Violetta's main target audience are young women and men between the ages of 18 to 35 years old who are in Spanish-speaking countries and who feel uncomfortable in their relationships. Violetta as a chatbot is a free product. Anyone between the ages of these can talk to Violetta, but we're also offering Violetta as a services to governments and universities mainly. So these institutions pay for the service, and we give them the data analysis of what their people are going through so they can implement different solutions. So we're building these dashboards, real-time dashboards based on the data, the emotions and the violence detection so they can do something about it. And we also have the other business model, the B2C, where Violetta is free for everyone, available in WhatsApp. But there is this premium component where there are quick consultations. So you can go to ask a specific question to a psychologist, a lawyer, or a medical professional about a specific thing you're going through. So you pay us a monthly subscription, a very, very small subscription, and you get access, besides from the automatized conversation, you get access to ask these questions, these consultations to the professionals.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, I was a little bit confused about like the type of business that you were having here. We have another question from Ian. Is how would you differentiate the user from the person giving advice? The user from, I don't get it. Very good this question. I don't know if you get it.
I'm not super sure either.
No, me neither. I don't know.
Maybe
you can.
Like how can you like if you get the subscription program, as you said, you get in this more personal, more detailed consultations. Like how can we know if it's not like a robot or something like this? Maybe it could be.
Well, because like the professional who's answering, we have like the credential, like everything is automatized and everything is created by professionals. And all the content, the advices, everything that Violetta delivers is created by professionals. And this is different from everything else that exists because we're delivering professional advices and information, but in an automatized way. So it's available for everyone. But when you have a specific consultation that it's your specific situation, you can make these questions to the professional and have a question, the answer in real time.
Okay, perfect.
Great job and needed product. In the bubble, there's a lot of support here for you, so that's great. The question is, do you see this scaling outside of or farther than WhatsApp, and what plans do you have for that?
Okay, so right now when the pandemic began, we started Violetta. We launched an MVP available in Facebook Messenger that helped us get to 70,000 users. And now we're 1 week away of launching this new product in WhatsApp, created with the data of all of these conversations. We're launching this WhatsApp and also a web app platform where you can chat with Violetta, but in the web platform, you can read small articles, frequently asked questions regarding those topics, because after all of these 70,000 users, we understood that all of the violence topics and violence in relationships can go down to 7 main objectives, which are a healthy relationship with your partner, with your family, emotions, sexual safety. So there are 7 objectives. So everything that we are delivering is based on these 7 objectives. Of course, we're planning on growing these topics on like the horizontal and in the vertical way, and we're implementing this AI algorithm. So Violetta today identifies risk words. So if you say something that might be that you're in risk, it automatically connects you to professional help, so you can get emotional contention available 24/7 for free.
Awesome. Well, Luis, last thought here. We're about to move on, but I'll give you that last thought.
Thanks. How are you reaching people? How are people discovering the B2C version of your product? Is this all word of mouth? It seems like it's obviously people need it. It's a great service. How are you reaching people?
Mainly we're digital campaigns. We understood that by connecting through the emotions. There's a lot of NGOs out there that are working through violence treatment. But what we're doing is working on violence prevention. And this is through the emotions. So everything we do in the digital world is like, if you're feeling this way, talk to Violetta. If you feel this way in your relationship, Violetta might have the answer. So digital campaigns, we all have collaboration with different places around the city. For example, restaurants, because these are spaces where people gather to create relationships, family, friends, partners. So we do these spaces where people can scan the QR code and start the conversation. And it's very easy because it's on WhatsApp. Everyone has a WhatsApp on their pocket. So it's a very accessible platform.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much. Great job from Mexico City.
Yeah.
Okay. So good. All right. We are at that time, Luis. And what do you think about this? How about that? It is now
That's right.
time. It is now time, everyone. It is now that time. Before we get to that, I think it's important to say this. Look at those pitches. Everyone, let's celebrate before we even vote, just the confidence, the getting on stage in front of people virtually, using a language that might not be their first language that they use every day. I'm very impressed with all the presenters here. Great job. And love what we're seeing here. And even the ideas that are being presented are amazing. So thank you so much for all of that, you that are the finalists. And I'm very impressed.
Yeah, me too. I'm amazed. So yeah, well done to everybody. We're putting the voting link in the chat. You can scan the QR code. It's time to vote. We're going to determine who moves on to the global finals.
So we've got that code right there. There you see both of them. That's how we're voting. I'm actually going to flip a couple slides there, everyone. So as you see, and again, that's not the exact order we saw, but it is time to vote now. And, Luis and I will take a few minutes and talk. We want to make sure that we're getting enough time to vote. We will actually bring on a quick view of those totals just so we're all clear of the result here. But again, let's remember that we're thinking about which one did we like, which one resonated with you, which one you thought was the needed solution in the world, and all of these were great. So it's hard to even choose here, but we want to make sure that is all good. And if, hey, post in the chat if you sense any issues, if you're not able to complete it or you're not able to pull up the page. Luis, quickly share your thoughts on the spectrum of ideas that we actually heard today. What popped out at you?
Well, I think you caught upon one theme, which was around climate consciousness. We have a couple startups that are interested in Earth-related things, and then, but at even a more zoomed out level, something we see continually is startups that have a concern for the welfare of people, for the planet, to make life better. These aren't things that are just like, new candy bars or new things that exploit resources. These are things that are productive or beneficial to society. Everybody's looking to help people, and it's really encouraging to me. So I kind of gravitate towards paying attention to those things. I mean, yeah. How about you? What rung for you?
I felt that same way, and I felt that I guess I'll say it this way. Isn't it amazing that with a Founders Live, we can surface all of these great ideas that may or may not have been surfaced if it's a traditional venture capital, because they're looking at the $1 billion exit. And hey, some things that are impactful in the world aren't going to be $1 billion exit. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I said that a lot, and I'm glad that there is a way that these kinds of ideas can be appreciated. I like too what Igor said earlier in the talk that you had with him, where he's not looking for unicorns that are going to make extraordinary money. He'd rather have a bunch of essentially like base hits. If you're talking American baseball, just solid, reliable companies that have some a decent business model. It's going to be profitable. That's what we're looking at.
It is. All right. We have a few more minutes here. We're gonna pop Adriana back on, make sure that she is back on here. And hey, we're just gonna review. Look at this, just amazing. There's a lot of support in the chat rooms here. Adriana, what again the spectrum? I want to get your opinion on just what these finalists were pitching, and again, it's impact is sometimes different than, oh, we're just going to invest in this like thing that hopefully, or they think and know it's going to be $1 billion outcome, which by the way, these may or may not, right? But I love what we're surfacing here.
Yeah. Actually, I was very surprised to see a lot of problems that we have right now as a society. You know, like as in the fire thing, the satellites fire on fire, the health of the mind. You know, for us is very important nowadays. So and it's very nice to see that we are the future, as they say. You know, like we can really make a product or a service that can really change or help us to be a better world as we are claiming to. And you know, like we always say the government should do this, you know, the government should help with this, but yeah, we don't have any option. And I think in Latin America we have a lot of small problems or big problems that maybe they will not be resolved by the government. So it's very important for the young people and everyone to make this kind of approaches, you know, in the business type. So if something is bothering you, make a company, you know, it's a startup. So you're gaining some money and you're resolving a problem. So for me, it's very encouraging to see that we can change small parts of the world, but or in your community even.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah,
Great way to put it.
Great way to put it. And before we get to our winners here, it's a time that we want to celebrate our partners, and especially, you know, Radial Development Group. They've been with us now for almost a year at Founders Live, and such a support. If you go into the bubble, you will be able to go find the attendee package that has all of this information. A lot of our partners have great offers and you know, deals for you all here. But Zendesk, we want to specifically highlight Zendesk. They were a major partner that put up the majority of the winning money that the global final winner is going to win. And when you look at Zendesk here, very important that you all, if you simply walk through the process and click a link, you get 6 months free of Zendesk Suite and Zendesk Sales CRM. You founders that are presenting, everyone here, you click through, you find this, it's on the attendee package. You're also going to see that on Founders Live when you get the primetime pass. And Zendesk is a service-first CRM company with support, sales, and customer engagement products designed to improve customer relationships. All this information is in there. Y'all, you're getting free stuff. They have a startup program. They got benefits, 6 months free. It's awesome. It's great. And we do this for you all within Founders Live. We bring these partners to you. We do this so you can start up with lower costs and you can go farther with lesser investment money, because we all know it's hard to come by sometimes. So we wanted to highlight Zendesk as a major partner for Founders Live and the support that they have provided us. So thank you all, Zendesk. That is great. Are we ready?
We are ready. We have a winner.
We have a winner, everyone, and a lot of votes here. So we are all ready, everyone. And again, all presenters, this was tough from my opinion. But just looking at all of them, I think you all were great and you all deserve it. But we do have a winner. And just so you all know, we typically, with Founders Live, typically don't show the results. But given this is prime time, we do want to make sure that we're gonna present the results here. We're gonna show that DENDRO is on top, and DENDRO is the winner. Quite a long distance there. Congratulations, DENDRO. And we are gonna bring her back up, and we are so excited. We have Tatiana here.
Hi.
Congratulations. All right. So look at that. Congratulations as the winner of Founders Live.
Yes, I'm not Dendro. I'm Holders. Josefina is from Dendro. I'm in the second place and I'm really happy. Thank you for the
I am
thank
so
you.
sorry. And guy, hey, no
It
one's
happened at
perfect.
the Oscars.
Yeah,
No one's
yeah.
perfect. And I also want to say here that this is the reason why this happened is because you all know this because your names got thrown around. Like the first people that were on our list to present from your company were then switched literally sometimes today. So I am so sorry on this, but I also am looking at names that aren't you presenting. This is like your co-founders. And so I apologize for this, but Josefina, congratulations. But Tatiana, congratulations as well.
Nick meant
Thank you
you're all
so much.
winners, actually.
But we'll just keep on, Josefina. Oh my gosh, congratulations. No one's perfect, but you did such a great job today, and you took this is just great. This is great.
I'm so excited. I want it to be Saturday so we can be at the World prime time. So thank you so much to everybody who voted, friends, family, and everybody else. And yeah, so happy.
Well, tell us a little bit about what are you excited about going forward? Like what's in your plans?
Well, the project itself, it's just exciting because we will both, my partners and I, we are greatly powered by climate change and making a solution that can bring and reverse everything that's been going on. So we are excited to create a bold solution and something that can impact every Latin American company and create a great network of eco-friendly providers for the world. So our next developments, it's including more technology into this and automation. So trying to take the information of consumptions out of ERPs and just making easier to measure how we contaminate and what we do. So
Great. I want to make sure that Adriana and Luis have a few more questions or time to give you congratulations, and we will then move on to Bubble and hang out.
Okay. Yeah, for me, it was very nice to see your startup. Actually, they always say what you cannot measure, you cannot change, or you cannot be better at. So for all the companies, it's very nice to have this type of product that so they can improve. And we always complaining, oh yeah, the companies, they do a lot of pollution. Yeah, they say, of course, like we can change, we can make small changes in your lives, but companies have the most maybe power, we'll say. But yeah, thank you and congratulations for this very nice startup, and I really hope you win on the final one.
thank you so much. Well, we hope so too.
You did
Felicidades in Spanish.
Muchas
yes.
gracias.
You did a great job of getting a lot of votes. What did you got any tips for founders? Or maybe you want to save it for after the competition. But what?
Yeah, perhaps I don't want to share it yet.
You have a big
Yeah,
building
maybe.
community. How do you manage your relations with your fans?
Well, a lot through WhatsApp and LinkedIn, and trying to keep them updated and give them value also regarding the environmental tools that are out there right now. So before launching our products, that they know what we're going to sell and how to get closer to us. So yeah, and a lot of friends and family that want to help us out, and Latin Americans are a big community and we help each other.
Oh, really?
So it's part of our culture.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Awesome. Well done. That's really cool to hear, because a lot of founders don't realize that it's not just your product. It's also that whole thing you just described. It's a big job. It's not easy. So that's a nice testament to your hard work to rally this much support.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very excited, and I'm just like at loss of words that we're in the next round. So it will make a huge difference for us.
Well,
Awesome.
yes, and the great thing is, just getting here to this stage, we praise all of you finalists, and it is one of those, like, the thing with Founders Live is, it is a competition, and that makes it unique and fun. It's just important that you all showed up here, you stepped up, and the process of pitching and just kind of going through it is just beneficial in itself, creating that pitch, realizing what you put in, what you leave out, and all of this stuff. And so everyone, great job. We're proud of you. And hey, join us. So we dropped in that chat there. So bubble.founderslive.com. That's all you got to type. You can do that on either a phone or a laptop's probably going to be a better experience, or a desktop. If you go to that link, and again, we'll share that. It's join us for Bubble or networking. That's a space that we are joining into, and everyone can hang out, and we can talk. We can all be on camera. And it also, just so you're aware, everyone, it has spatial audio. So the closer you are to someone, you'll hear them. If you're a little farther away, you might not hear them. So it's set up like a room. And so there can be clusters of little conversations, which is great. So if you go to Bubble, you will see there's a bar lounge. We're going to be in there. All right. And so we want to thank you all, and make sure that before we're done here, I'm going to share one more thing as we finish up, that we want to really make sure that everyone's aware of. Before we get in that Bubble Lounge, hey, this is one of the 5 pitching competitions, and we have 3 others leading to the global finals. Make sure you join in and watch the other ones. It's exciting. These things are fun. They're great ideas and great competitions. So, being Founders Live Prime Time, we are now jumping into networking the Bubble. So if everyone wants to jump over there, again, the link is there. All you got to do is type bubble.founderslive.com, swing into that bar there. And Luis, do you have any closing comments?
Well done to everybody. You're already winners from your cities and wherever else you pitched. Well done to DENDRO for being the champion of Latin America region. We'll see you on Saturday. Everybody stay tuned. Tomorrow we have several academy sessions and talks, some more social hangouts. We don't have a competition tomorrow, but competitions pick up Wednesday with Africa, Europe region, Thursday, North America, as Nick showed the graphics, and Friday, the Challenger region. It's going to be a great primetime week. Tell your friends, come back, watch the sessions, and we'll see you in Bubble. Yeah, see you. And it was very nice to have all the startups. And thank you, Nick and Luis, for making this happen. Super. Thanks, Adriana. Lovely to have you. You're awesome. Thank you.
See you later.
Ciao. Take care.
Ciao.